This is your reading. What we're trying to figure out here is, why is this happening? Something's just happened in the last week or so that's thrown you for a bit of a loop. And so let me just adjust myself here. And let's see what it is that the cards have for us. Why is this going on? What the fork, as I like to say. Thank you to the good place for that. But what the fork is going on? Why did that happen? Okay, so the first thing I'm getting is the word brittle. That fragile and brittle. So somebody in this situation is feeling a little bit vulnerable, and there has been a surprise. So let's take a look. Why did this happen, and what can you do about it? Okay, so the first thing that we're noticing is that you're being called to use your intuition. There's no question that this particular situation did throw you for a loop. Sometimes when I look at this High Priestess card, especially with this deck, I look at her eyes. I didn't even notice this the first several times I read this card, but it shows me that the intuition never sleeps. There's a part of you that is deeply connected to the divine. This is my personal belief system. And that when you're intuitively in alignment with your own highest self, you're going to make the best decisions. So the fact that this card is coming out first is significant for me because it means that you're having a call, and maybe you've been ignoring your intuition, and maybe that's why this person has come in, just to shake up your shake you up a little bit and cause you to reach for something that's deeper and more satisfying. Okay, Taurus. So let's take a look at the next little card here. What's going on? Why did this person show up? Why is this happening? Well, it's with the Ace of Cups, we're seeing that there is a fresh start here, that there is, in this card, I see inner pressure. I see how those hands are kind of holding that cup. It, if the pressure is too high on a new connection, it can make it disappear. So, in this particular story, what I'm seeing is that the intuition has been guiding one way, and then the other way is this sense of inner pressure. Looking at the face, I can only see the bottom, but there's definitely a smile there. So, there's a part of you that's holding on to something very tightly, and yet your intuition is working overtime. What's going on? There's a lot of healing going on. That's what's happening. The situation that is now developing is connected to your highest good. You have been hanging on by a thread. You've been wanting to see something develop for a long time now. And even though it's a little uncomfortable to be having this situation, the reality is it's all about your healing. Again, all these major cards falling. So there's something going on with you, Taurus, that's very deep. There's a deep change happening, and you have been kind of avoiding it. There's a part of you that's been asleep, just like the girl in the water. She doesn't want to hear what needs to happen. And that's why the circumstances in your life right now are exactly how they are, because you need to wake up. You need to see the truth for what it is, and you also have to understand that life is about seasons and it's about cycles, and nothing is stuck forever. Again, another major card, Taurus. This is really something. Maybe this started out as, a true what the fork moment where you were blindsided completely and you might feel like you're kind of reeling at the moment. But this chariot shows that there's action, and the action is coming on your behalf. I heard a tarot reader once say that when you see the chariot, The signal for it, or the meaning is, it is God with feet, because the divine cannot work on this planet. The divine is an invisible force and needs to have humans that will actually step up and act in the right way. So the chariot coming in the midst of this turmoil is really a good sign, because you are going to be guided clearly. This is a wonderful sandwich that we have going on here, because it starts off with the high priestess and then goes, the ace of cups is the suit of your emotions. Healing is coming, the confusion is almost gone, and you're supposed to be moving. So if you've been experiencing being stuck, then this particular what the fork moment is about getting you moving. Okay, let's see what else is here. Okay, so now Eight of Cups. In order to move forward, Taurus, in order to grab the opportunity that's here, you have to turn your back on something. Notice that she doesn't have any backpacks or purses or luggage with her. She's taking an audit and she's taking a look at what she can leave behind. So be sure to ask your divine connection, your intuition. What is it that I can give up today that will help me gain what it is that I'm wanting? You are definitely walking towards being acknowledged. All right. So even though you've been stuck for a while, the reality is that there's people around you who are cheering for you. They've been seeing you in this current situation. And as they're watching this moment happen, they're not all that concerned, because what they're seeing is that this is to your highest good. Two of Cups. So now we have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups showing up here. So it does show that there is something growing when it comes to your emotional awareness, your emotional facility, if I could use that word, your ability to leverage your emotions and not to be overwhelmed by them. There's something new that's developing that's really important for you, and it's connected with being open minded. Something has been holding you closed, and all of these things that are happening in the last week or two are designed to open you up to what it is that you're really wanting. Yes, suffering has been part of what you've been going through. There's been this card shows that there's been some betrayal and some deep disappointment and some real wounding. So this is, I think, at the heart of the whole issue, that there's the part of you that is really craving company, that's craving being somebody's special person, that's craving um, an end to your singleness. There is some difficulty here. There's some um, fear of going on. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so take a look at your life and see if there wasn't some kind of a heartbreak somewhere between the age of 13 and 21. Okay, because a lot of times, if there was a heartache at the age between 13 and 21, that can really explain why you're stuck today. But the cards are showing that this last situation that's happening, that's shaken your confidence, the whole purpose of it is to shake you up deeply, way down to the core of your desires. Because you know what? Love hurts. I'm not going to lie to you. People will disappoint you. I have children. I've been married. I have children. My children's life choices hurt my feelings sometimes. I mean, it's not their fault or my fault. I just watch the choice they make and I feel that it could be disappointing to them. I want to like protect them from being disappointed. And then I think to myself, nobody protected me from being disappointed. And the fact is that we all have to recognize the things we need in our lives and provide them for ourselves. And growing up from those early first love disappointments is a real key to this. Let me just grab my coffee here. Okay, so Ten of Swords also means that a cycle is ending. Okay, so it does not all pain causes suffering. I love that quote. Not all pain causes suffering. Pain is inevitable. If you fall down and skin your knee, it's going to hurt. But if you blame the person who dropped the banana peel that you slipped on, if you blame someone else for your pain, then will cause suffering, right? So what the Ten of Swords shows us is that you're approaching the end of a cycle. And I do believe that when this thing, whatever it is that's happening for you, when it started to happen, it was of divine design because a part of you really wants to be free. Let's take a look at the next card. Okay, Eight of Wands. So with this card, I love that card. It's a sign of action. It really goes with that chariot card that we had earlier. That even though a part of you might feel stuck, and even though you might feel a little bit at a loss right now, the reality is that things are moving quickly. Okay, faster than you think. Even the fact that you're listening to this reading today, this is a sign for you that you're being supported, that divine connection that you're holding within your own being is the answer. Many people meditate, some people chant, some people spend time in nature. That's one of the things that I do. I go on long walks and I get a lot of ideas and comfort from the planet. That's part of my plan. But there is something moving very quickly for you. Okay, let's see what we can. Let's just ask the cards. What is it that my dear Taurus nation here can take from this? What the fork moment? What is it that they can take that will give them practical, sorry, practical steps? Because strange stuff happens. And a lot of times it's unexplainable. And the desire to blame somebody else for it is so strong. So, what's the advice that we have? Okay, the Seven of Cups. Um, I love Minnow Pond. If you haven't watched Chris over at Minnow Pond, he's one of my favorites. And whenever he sees the Seven of Cups, he always calls it spoiled for choice. There's so many choices for you now, Taurus. It's like the advice you've been stuck, you've been focusing on one particular person, one particular idea, or one particular way. And it's disappointed you. For example, if you're standing in front of an apple tree and you're mad that it doesn't have a pear growing on it, right? There's been a real mismatch. But what's happened lately has caused you to look at things in a completely different way. And it's good for you. You need that. That's what it takes to get unstuck. So, the Seven of Cups, look at all the choices that this figure is looking at. There's some anxiety here, okay? Because the good thing about the ending of some things is that it ends and you can go forward and move towards something that suits you better, right? But the hard part of it is that there's fear. What if I make a mistake? What if I pick the wrong thing? Now, this can come from that perfectionism I was talking about earlier on, that from the age of 13 to 21, if there's been a really strong disappointment, then that can make you fearful of making a mistake. But the universe is saying there's so many choices, so many options, and all you need to do is to choose one and walk toward it. Take the next logical step. If the direction you take does not work out, you just start again. There's no problem. In fact, the more times you start, the closer you get to what it is you're wanting. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. I'm so glad she showed up. This is, I believe, what will draw you to your highest confidence. Really working on your pentacles, working on your substance. What is it that's going on for you with your creativity, with your career, with your money? As you focus on creating confidence in this arena, about how you handle your life on the planet, as you look towards improving that, you will have plenty to distract you while you walk toward this new situation that's calling you. You know what, Taurus? I believe there's somebody new that's coming. Now, these readings are about love for sure. Sometimes it's romantic love, sometimes It's the love of your blood family. Sometimes somebody might reach back to you that you haven't talked to in years, and it's them. It's that's caused the what the fork moment. Sometimes it's a work situation where somebody leaves or you leave employment and you go start somewhere else. But working on your own self confidence, your own charisma, your own ability to take care of your emotional needs, you know what? It makes you irresistible. Taurus, you have so much potential. You look at this figure, look how confident she is. Your inner being, the core of who you are, believes this of you. There's a part of you that's so proud of everything you've done so far. Yes, unexpected things happen, but we can always grow from them. Okay? The people you admire most have not had a life with no difficulties. No, they have had a life with several difficulties, but it's their resilience that has put them in a position of having their goals met and their dreams come true. So, my dear, dear Taurus, this is exciting time. I know you can't explain what's going on. I know you wish you knew better what was going on. But the fact is that you are closer than you think to something that is very exciting and new. Okay, so to close this reading off, I want to draw an oracle card for you. Okay, so I just need to go fetch them because they're here across the room. Let's see. Oh, I know what I want to. I'm sensing that there is that this challenge that you're going through right now. I'm just sensing that it's one of the most demanding. In fact, even the fact that you happen to find this reading, and some of you are thinking, how in the world did I happen to see this reading? And it's because that part of you that believes in you is drawing. That's where the law of attraction lives, at the core of your being. And so I have these cards that I love, the heart and soul cards, and I'm going to pick one for you and read it. Thank you so much. Those of you who are sticking with me throughout this live, thank you. I'm experimenting, stepping away from my shorts for a minute and stepping away from my shorts. That sounds funny, but I love the short readings, but I do want to be able to investigate the cards more deeply and answer questions for you. So if you enjoy this, please hit the subscribe, hit the like, make a comment, let me know, because it's from your reactions that I know what it is that you love, okay? And those of you who would like a private reading, oh my goodness, nothing I love better than digging into the cards for my friends. So be sure to shoot me an email at tarnishedangeltarot@gmail.com, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, let's take a look at our final card here. And here it is. It's beautiful. And let's see what it says. A beautiful, inspired idea floats through pathways of light, waiting for the right moment to enter your mind and heart. This wonderful idea that stems from your soul will grow and blossom if you nurture it. Keep it safe within your inner world until it is ready to manifest in your outer world. A period of great fulfillment and accomplishment follows. I couldn't pick a better card for you, Taurus, because it is something is going on. Only you know. And I know it's been a little bit troublesome for you to navigate, but the truth is, there's something very deep inside of you that's trying to grow. It's like an acorn. There's a sprout that's pushing to break through. So some of the discomfort you're going through is just the natural part of growth. Growth hurts sometimes. So be brave, be strong, and know that the angels are behind you here. It's going to be okay. Sometimes, isn't that what we really want? We just want somebody to say it's going to be okay. Well, guess what? It is. So thank you so much. Love sharing my time with you this morning. And I'm going to finish up my coffee. And I wish all of you a very good day. Thank you for joining me. And now I'm going to see about finishing this live, being that I'm kind of a newbie. Have a beautiful day, everyone. And also, it is a good idea after a reading to take a few seconds just to close your eyes, take a couple of breaths, and just, think of one point or one idea that you heard that you can take forward and put into action. Be well, everyone. I love you. Talk to you soon, you beautiful Tauruses. Oh, hello, everybody. I can't figure out how to turn this off. Isn't that a riot? I'm such a newbie.